heart hurts today. Man, whatever I'm saying, I hope this is touching someone because it's heavy for me. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? So down here in my garage again, it is Testimonial Tuesday today, and I am down here in my garage cleaning up. I am organizing and decluttering, and I am just gonna sit here today as I talk to you, trying to go through some things. I have yet to sign up to take this stuff to the thrift store, so I guess I'm gonna have to load it all in my car. I do have probably 5 or 6 boxes ready to go from the last video. That was on Wednesday last week that I made a video down here decluttering my garage. I probably will do one tomorrow decluttering something here in my apartment, but as a single mom going through a malicious divorce, I'm going to start using that word now because it has gotten to that point where it is just pure evil. The hatefulness that I am having just thrown at me, and it is not godly whatsoever. But you know, what are you going to do except for rely on God? And He's got this huge plan for me and my boys, and I'm telling you, the lies have separated my family so bad, and has caused poverty level for me and my children, and I am on 100% government assistance now. I am waiting for my knees to be replaced, and they're talking disability if this is going to take forever for me to get these surgeries. I am able to walk, but I can't stand for long periods of time, and I cannot run. I cannot do jumping jacks. I can't be a daycare worker. I cannot be doing the changing of diapers on the kids. And so I had to quit my job 2 months ago, and I didn't think I was going to make it through June, but God has graciously provided, and so we are going to see what we can do as far as keeping us here in our apartment. The apartment that I do have is probably one of the cheapest apartments in town, and so for me to transition out of here is going to be a very quick decision when it happens, and it's going to be happening because of the decisions of my ex-spouse as a result of his malicious attacks on me. And so I just don't know what else to do. You know, I'm trying to live my life, you know, for God and depend on Him. And so, you know, He's provided a month of June for me to stay here. However, there's a lot of bills that are not getting paid, and I am on government assistance to help, but that's all it is a little bit of help. It's not enough. I am trying to do my best as far as providing and keep up the organized home that I've always had for my kids. And I was thinking for my testimony today, what I would do is share me as a homemaker. I have so many people who say they just love the way I decorate. They love how I can take the smallest space and turn it into a home. And I've done that over the years. As a single mom before, you know, this divorce, I have always had an apartment or a townhouse or a space that may not have been in the best area of town or may not have the best neighbors. And I even had a kind of an apartment down in my house for 9 months when my husband said I wasn't allowed upstairs with the children for 9 months, and this was right before he kicked us out of the house. So I had a lot of things happen to me in the past where I have always taken whatever it is I have. It doesn't even matter what it is, and I turn it into a nice cozy little place to stay and live. And I've always provided for my kids. I've always done all the school supplies and the haircuts, and I've always done all of the brand new shoes and the cell phones, and you know, helping them with their first cars. And I've always done these type of things for my children. I do want to continue that for my children. So this mama who is already in poverty level is going to have to continue to fight this battle. I am going to have to continue to fight for what's right, tell the truth, and just keep living in my life. These are the effects of a hateful divorce. And so as I'm decluttering and I'm getting rid of things, this is part of my testimony. And I just want to say, you know, I'm not complaining about my life. I don't want that to seem like that's what I'm doing. I'm not even complaining about my ex-spouse. I am telling you guys what I am going through right now. This is my life right now. So, testimonial time. Last week, for example, I had a job. I had a work-at-home job I was going to start, and the hour that I was supposed to get online and start, I had the police over here, and I had to deal with false allegations, harassment, lies again, and I have had to do my documentation. So again, I could not start a job. And so these are the things that when you are fighting these battles in the middle of a divorce, and you're having to deal with custody schedules, and you're got an ex-spouse who is not following the orders. I mean, they're very plain. If you're going to have that type of a divorce where it's just continually never ending, you know, you're going to have to be flexible in your schedule. You're going to have to be prioritize what's more important. You know, me losing my child, me going to jail, is that more important? Or is, you know, taking care of my home more important? Or starting a job more important? So, you're just going to have to make changes, you know. That's the second job I have lost now due to my hateful divorce. And these malicious attacks, it's just harassment and abuse, and it's very, very sad when you have to make these kind of adjustments in your life. But, you know, love is worth fighting for. That was the verse, and you know, Proverbs 3:3. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. These are the things that were said at my wedding. These are part of my vows.Ese are part of my life. And as I am, you know, going through and decluttering and going through these things, I am coming across pictures, and I am coming across all these memories of my wedding and my family and my home that I had. And I am thinking of, what have I done right, you know? And I can hold my head up high and say, you know what? I have really done the things I need to do as far as being a great mom. This clutter right here, this is not being a good mom. But I have been a good mom as far as always providing, always giving shelter, and teaching my kids about God. You know, I want my sons to have that Christian education. Their fathers do not want them to have Christian education. I want to teach my boys how to be godly men. My ex-husbands do not want that. So, you know, these are the battles I am fighting. But as a single mom, I'm doing a great job. You guys, I am so proud of myself. And that is not to gloat on here or be prideful. I am just so very proud. And when I look back, I look at the things I have. I mean, I have all this stuff to declutter, you know, in my life. And so it's great to know that, you know, God is good, and He's provided, and He's blessed me so much, and I cannot even complain about what I'm having to go through, because God is in control of the situation, and God is blessing me throughout. And like I said, a couple weeks ago, I didn't know I was going to make it to June. I really seriously thought I would be out before this last weekend, and I was going to have to move. But God has graciously, with the love of people who knew me and my spouse, who were friends with my spouse and his family, there's a lot of people out there who think that what I'm going through is just not right. And so, you know, they want to help support me and my children. And so they love my children, and I've been very blessed to be able to make it another 30 days. So I want to say that to you guys, and thank you to that person or people who are helping me, because I feel very blessed to have you in my life. Okay, so with that said, you know, I'm going to start decluttering and getting rid of a lot of things that I just don't need. I had a lot of clothes for reselling. At this point, I am reselling the things I already have here. However, some things that I don't have together or is not new, like this shirt I just showed you, I'm going to get rid of it, you guys, because I just don't have time to go through everything. And as I am decluttering, you know, I am just going to just be like, oh, get rid of. And so this is Personal Finance, homeschooling for my son. It's a Dave Ramsey book that my son went through. And he is past the school age. You know, he's 21 years old now and out of my house. And so this is trash. You know, I don't need this book. And he's wrote all over in it. It's got his name in it and everything. So I'm going to be just decluttering some of these homeschooling materials that I had. That is part of my testimony too. Here is his history book. I'll cover up his name here, but English. I loved homeschooling my kids, giving them that Christian education. I bought all of my books through Abeka, and even my 10-year-old now, he's like, man, I wish I could be homeschooled. I wish we had the life that we used to have when we were married. And, you know, he does want a home, and he wants family, dad and mom back together. You know, he makes comments all the time. I wish you and dad would be back together. He hates this division and this hatefulness, and he hates being separated from his brothers and his family. And that's exactly what this modification that I've had to go through this year, what it's done to him. And I don't think people understand or even care what it has done. So here is a notebook. It says debate on the front. And this was one of my children's debate books. And just going to look through and make sure. I mean, it's only halfway filled out, but it's got Bible things, and oh, some of these are actually recipes for his home ec class. Barbecue cups, chicken stir fry. My child was putting recipes in his debate book. I wonder if he failed this class because he couldn't find the recipes. Okay, so I just went through that a little bit. I'm just throwing the whole thing away. Nothing important in there. Some of this stuff, like old tissue paper, I'm just going to toss. I'm starting a trash bag right here next to me and kind of going through things. Wires and things like this I need to go through, but I need to put them where they go, and put them with the item that they go to. And this is going to be a major decluttering, and it's going to take me the next 30 days to declutter. Here is my air fryer instruction manual. I have never even opened it and taken it out of the plastic, and I really do need to. I need to put this up with my cookbooks in the kitchen, because I don't know anything about any of that, and when I'm using my air fryer, I don't even know what the temperatures are that I'm supposed to be using it for. So anyways, I am going to go through some of the stuff that's sitting right here. You know, I keep moving things around and just throwing them in different piles, like that jacket I just had in my hand. It's a nice jacket. It's a lightweight jacket. It's would be great for my now 10-year-old. It was my 15-year-old. And so, you know, when I'm going through these things, a lot of these things I can reuse. A lot of it I'm just going to get rid of. Like this shirt right here, it's just a plain white dress shirt. Oh, actually, no. This is a Dr. Playset shirt for the daycare. And I am just going to, this is one of these things I could sell, actually, if I put it in a lot. I do have some other vests around here. I need to put it in a lot and sell the whole lot. I purchased these for the daycare, and then we didn't end up using them. So if I lot it together, I can resell it. You guys, I just keep throwing things everywhere. This is stuff I come across every once in a while. My kid has really gotten rid of most of his toys, and but every once in a while I will come across a toy and I'm like, can I resell this or not? I do have a Batman around here, so I put a little Batman doll in here, and this is a good $5 or $6 item that I can at least get. If I can get something over $5, I'm going to sell it. It doesn't take much money to ship that. I just put it in a poly mailer and it's good to go. I need to start doing that a little bit more. And so a lot of this stuff that I have, I keep thinking, I'm gonna sell it, I'm gonna sell it, I'm gonna post it. And then I'm decluttering and I'm trying to go through things, but there's a lot of bigger items and the small items that I know I don't want to spend time on and aren't worth any money. So I am not going to want to take the time to take pictures and post of those things. So yeah, as I'm going through all this stuff, like here's a really nice pillow that I think I'm going to go take out to my camper. Again, I just throw it into another pile because it goes to the camper. And there's a lot of things that I want to keep. I keep thinking I'm going to keep this for that, or I'm going to do something with some of the stuff. Like here is a wire cookbook holder. I got this probably at a thrift store or somewhere. I don't know. It may have been given to me for free. But it's all bent out of shape. So I am just going to get rid of that one. That's probably the second item now I'm getting rid of. And I'm just going through this tub right here. Okay, so this is a jumpsuit outfit that I can get rid of. But as I'm decluttering, I just got so much stuff, you guys, and I do want to start a ministry. I want to help other single moms, and it's part of my testimony. I want to use what I am having to go through to help other single moms. It's very, very sad, the things that I've had to go through. It's very, very sad, and no woman, single or not, Christian or not, should have to go through the hell that I have had to go through this last couple of years since my husband filed for divorce. I have a lot of friends who got divorced, and I mean, they're friends with their exes and they get along and everybody just does what the orders said or what their agreement said. And I just really wish I could have that. I wish I could have a time where we have an agreement and we agreed to what's best for our child, and we decided that that was the agreement that we had and we can just follow it. I cannot get that in my life, and so you know, I just keep fighting for what I agree to at this time, and I will just continue to keep working really, really hard to provide and be the best mom I could be. I have so many clothes, you guys, to go through here that I could sell. Oh, I have made a video in the past here on Blessed Be the Gift that I actually deleted, and I was at my house. I was going through things as I had been for a lot. So just so you know, I am fully aware that this cluttering mess that I'm in the middle of right now, this is part of trauma, and this is part of having to deal with going through the things I've gone through during my marriage and post-divorce. So I am fully aware of the trauma that I've gone through, and you know, I am in counseling for that, and we're going to deal with that trauma as soon as we can get through this divorce mess that I'm in. But you know, I have had to go through this for more than 13 years now, and hoarding, or you know, just always going through things and always getting rid of things. I mean, I'm not like a hoarder, but I have all these goals and I have all these plans, and throughout the years, my plans have been shot down. My goals and my desires of my heart have been shut down. I've had a lot of disappointments in my life. I didn't have a lot of love from my spouse. I didn't have a lot of caring or empathy from my spouse. I didn't have a lot of support of, I want to know what you want to do. I want to support you. I want to care for you. I want to help you. And I think throughout that whole time, I was really, really wanting and desired a spouse who would be right beside me. Not ahead of me, not behind me, not someone I had to drag around. And I didn't want a puppet, you know, as a husband. I wanted someone who was equally yoked with me. You know, we both going towards Christ together. And when there's sin, you just, and unequalness, you just can't have that in your life. You don't have that togetherness like you really ought to have in a marriage. And so, you know, my divorce has completely confirmed my feelings and thoughts on that. And, you know, what I had to go through is, actually, you know, trauma. And so I have a lot of stuff that I'm gonna have to work out and work through in my life, and I'm gonna have a lot of things in my life that I am going to have to organize in my life. And so this tub, I'm gonna empty it out. It's empty now, and I'm gonna start putting these clothes nice and neat in the tub that I want to sell. I have a pair of jeans here that is a very expensive pair of jeans that my boss gave me. My boss at my job has given me so many boxes of clothes, and nice clothes, may I add. And you know, it's helped with me as I didn't have any of my belongings for a long time. I was receiving a lot of free things from a lot of people in my life. And as a person who wants to start up her own business, I've been working really, really hard on starting my own business. And it takes forever to start a business from scratch. And like the videos that I was saying earlier about when I took them down, I have had to start my business over again too. And so I've had a lot of disappointments. I've had a lot of restarts, new beginnings, restarts, refresh. Let's revamp this. Let's fix this, you know. And a lot of the decisions in my life, I haven't had control over. A lot of my testimony is the struggle of not being able to do what you feel like God has called you to do because you just don't have that support. This is one thing in my testimony and sharing my testimony. I want to be able to help you if you're going through this, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people on YouTube who just come on YouTube and then they just, oh, look at me, I got everything together and I'm such a good mom and I got my house together and I don't have any struggles at all. And you know, they're just, and they make thousands of dollars. Okay, I just want to let you know, I don't make any money on YouTube. I'm not making anything on YouTube. And I'm actually not making any money at all reselling either. And every once in a while something will come up, and every once in a while I will sell something, but I am not making thousands of dollars, people. I am not making even what I made working as a daycare worker. I'm not even making an hour's wage. So there you have it. And it's just very, very, very sad to think that people are so greedy in this world. They want full control over your children. They want full disclosure of everything that you make or everything in your life. I'm telling you, even filling out paperwork for social services help through the government, They got to know your whole life story, like everything. And then you got to prove what you're saying. It's ridiculous, you guys. I'm so sick and tired of jumping through these hoops. It's like, yeah, I would love to make money. Yeah, I have my own business. Yeah, I have an office in my room. I am trying, people. I am trying. But, you know, when you're having to deal with courts and you're having to deal with maybe having to downsize to move because you can't afford where you live and you live in the cheapest place in town, you know, you just got to make adjustments. And my testimony today is, as a Christian, you need to do what's right, no matter what. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't divorce your spouse. Follow God. You know, if you're getting abused, get out. If you're getting physically abused, definitely leave. But if you are having the struggles in your marriage like I did, where it wasn't physical, you guys, it wasn't physical, and it was emotional. It was just my spouse never loved me. That's all it was. And when you marry someone that you realize doesn't love you, as a Christian, that's not a reason to get divorced. It's a reason to try to fight even harder, you know. Love is worth fighting for, like I said. Love is worth fighting for. I am not keeping this shirt. It's a nice shirt for my child, but it's one of those that you have to iron. I don't iron, people. I don't iron. I'm getting rid of it. So, yeah, like things like that, guys. It's just, you've got to do what's right as a Christian. Okay? Then now, as a single mom, I'm wanting to talk to those who are a single mom. You got to fight for your kids. I think that's number one, as you are doing what's right as a Christian. You got to expose the lies. This is the most difficult thing for me to do, is expose the lies, because even though I know the truth, and even though the other person may be lying, as a Christian, we are not to do what they do. And so this was the conviction I had in my marriage of sin. Even if there was sin by the other person, do I submit to my spouse, or do I do what's right and according to God? And when there is a line that is drawn in the sand and you have to cross it, it's the most difficult thing ever. Even though your spouse may be lying in your divorce and trying to take your child from you, does that mean that you turn around and do the same thing to them? Does that mean that you even expose them? Because if you expose them and their lies and their hatefulness and their intentions, then are you any better than them? This is what I've been battling. This is what I've been battling the last couple of years. I seriously have a conviction of being hateful right back. Just because they're hateful, does that mean you have to be hateful? No. So, with that said, I am trying to take that energy and turn it into, okay, well, I'm just going to take care of the things that I can control. I am going to take care of the things that matter the most to me, and that is my children and my home right now. And even if we have lights turned out because I can't pay the bill and I can't get assistance, I need to keep the shelter over our heads. And so, you know, these are the things that I am going to have to pick and choose. I have gotten a lot of legal advice. I've gotten a lot of help, and community service help, and social services help. And they have all said, you know, you're a good mom. You're doing the best you can. And it looks like, you know, with the battles that you're having to deal with, there is going to be a point where you're going to have to stand up. And you are going to have to do whatever it takes to expose the lies, and whatever it takes to expose what's really going on. It's abuse. It's continued abuse. And I did have an attorney tell me that. But it happens all the time. Happens all the time to low income, poor single moms. And there's not a lot you can do about it. So, with that said, you know, it is reassuring, and it's very hopeful and helpful to know that you're not alone. So my testimony today is, as you are a single mom, you know, declutter your life, get through the situation that you're in. Try to stay away from it as much as possible. I do understand that there's nowhere to go if the other person keeps filing motions, or if they keep making up lies, or harassing you, or calling the police on you, or not following the order by having other people be involved, and they're bringing all these people in the middle of it. You know, there's nothing really you can do but defend yourself, and keep doing what you're doing, because you know what, when it comes down to it, you got to know who you are. You got to know who you belong to. Well, you belong to God as a Christian, and as a Christian, God is your spouse now. He's the one who loves you and takes care of you and provides, and He will give you what you need. And I can be a testimony of that. God has provided another 30 days for me to be here, and that gives me another 30 days of finding out what's next for me. And so that's encouraging. It's encouraging to know that you don't have to make decisions like that. You can make decisions to better yourself and better your home and better your kids slowly, and until you are removed, or until the situation is forcefully put you in a place where you can't do it on your own anymore. Mentally, that's where I am at. I have been so abused mentally now, and for years, that I am now seeking help. I am going to counseling. Physically, I have not been abused, and so but physically I am failing, and it is because of the emotional and mental abuse that I am having to go through. I haven't taken care of myself in years, and it's now showing that I am not taking care of myself, and my body is failing me, and I do need to take care of myself now. And just that alone, when you are low income and poverty, it could displace where you live. It can displace your family dynamics, because you have no other choice but to take care of yourself. To be honest with you guys, I am almost to the point of having to be living somewhere where I have nothing but, okay, I'm just going to put it out there. I have been in contact with living in a shelter because of this situation I'm in the middle of. That's how low income I am. I may look like I'm happy and I got a lot of stuff. And that's what I have, is a lot of stuff. And yes, I am happy. I'm the happiest I've been in years, you guys. And I keep thinking, I keep saying that I have made these videos in the past. I've made these videos even when I was married, of decluttering and going through my life and wanting to start my own business. And I'm just like, why have I not done it? It's the malicious attacks. It's the hatefulness. It's the not having the support. That's why I've been doing this for years, you guys, years. And I'm at a point now where I have nothing left to give. My body's failing. I'm low income. to the point where I have no income actually coming in. I have had all that removed through lies and false allegations and harassment. And now it's going to start affecting my children. It's not giving the best for my children, and that's where I am struggling to breathe. Is how can I be in such a situation when I've done so well on my own to worry about when my children are with me, the kind of environment they're going to be in, when my child are with me, which is, you know, the best for my child, to be with their mother. It's gotten to the point where the children are going to get hurt in the process. They have been getting hurt, and I got to figure out how to put a stop to it. I can't sit around anymore and let my children live this way. And so this is the motivation of my testimony, is to finally be able to be in a place where, even if it breaks me, I am surrendering my life to God 100%. I am going to be surrendering where I live, taking care of my children, my home, and my marriage, because I still love my spouse. I still love my family, you know, and my spouse is part of my family. And I love what I've been blessed with in the past, the present, and the future. And so that's my testimony for today, guys. I know it was kind of all over the place, but I am loving life with what I have. I'm loving this time of transition. I'm loving this time of change. I'm loving this time and the ability that God has given to me to be the best mom ever. You know, that's what my son says. You're the best mom ever. And he loves me so much. And he knows I'm trying, and he knows I'm working hard, and he's supportive, and he is like my number one fan, my 10-year-old son. And to see that all that could change breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. That's why the divorce itself was very difficult for me, was because I was seeing the effects of the children it had on them. And, you know I want everything just to go back to the way it was with our settlement agreement. That's what I want. I want us to have an agreement on what's best for our child, and what is happening and what's coming against me is not best for our child at all. There's no way around it. It is not best for our child. And so, you know, working together, co-parenting for what's best for the child is what we need to be doing as parents. And if you're a single mom, try everything you can to get that other spouse to talk to you, to work with you, to co-parent, to do what's best for the child, because you know, that's the hardest thing in life as being a single parent, is being a single parent. We need to realize that God gave us our children. God gave us the authority in that marriage with our spouse to be that parent of that child. And my focus has been on my children throughout this whole mess that I'm in. And decluttering our home, whether we end up moving or not moving. Maybe God's going to bless us where we don't have to move, and I can continue my life, you know, and I can have my surgeries, and I can breathe a little bit knowing that I have some support, and I have some love, and I have solutions to this poverty that I'm going through right now. But I have got to take care of myself as a single mom. And if I cannot work and I have to go on disability, that's what's going to happen at this point. And I don't know what else to say, you guys. I am on the verge of losing it all. because of lies. And I'm on the verge of tearing up my child's life. All three of my children have been very effective in different ways from this divorce and the situation that I'm in. And ultimately, I just want to do what God wants me to do with what He's blessed me with. So, my heart hurts today. Man, whatever I'm saying, I hope this is touching someone, because it's heavy for me. Going through the legal system, I know that this is common. I know that there's a lot of women out there who just give up on their children because of what I'm going through. There's a lot of women out there who just can't do it anymore because they give up. And I'm telling you, I am not going to give up on my children. I'm not going to give up for doing what's right. And I'm going to fight for my faith. I'm going to fight for doing what is right. And that's my testimony today, is my journey. You guys, there's lots of videos on here. Check them out, and you'll see that roller coaster ride that I have been on. It's nerve-wracking. If you guys are angry with me and what I say, if you guys are angry with me on how I am feeling, if you are angry with me, then maybe you need to go talk to that other person that's in my life, because I would have a whole new testimony of what God has done, restoring my marriage, or bringing my family back together, or giving me the money, or blessing me with my business, or giving us the best home ever for my children. If the situation was different, my testimony would be different. So I just want to share what I'm going through with you guys. And I want Tuesdays to be testimonial Tuesdays of what God is doing in my life, because I want you guys to see my videos of the heartache and the hurt and the struggles I'm having. And I also want you guys to see the blessings and what God has done, and how there's been change of heart, and how there's been emotions removed and everything back to the way it was, and that I have that support for my child again, and I have that love and that co-parenting. And I would love for you guys to see that transformation if it took place. As of right now, it's not happening. And so be in prayer for me as I'm in prayer for you guys. I want to start making a ministry of helping other single moms, but I am in a situation right now. If I cannot help myself, I can't help anybody else. I can't help my children. I can't help anyone. And so I need to have that prayer team behind me who's praying for me during these struggle times that I have. And honestly, I'm in a waiting room. Of God just telling me what it is that He wants me to do. And I know He will. I know that God will tell me what He wants me to do in my life, and where He wants me to go. And I know that God is going to continue to provide. I just don't know what He's going to do yet. He hasn't told me. I do have these desires of starting my own business. I do have these desires of staying where I'm at, keeping the status quo. I have a desire of getting my child support back. That would help a little bit. It wouldn't give me everything I need, but it would help a little bit. And, you know, these are things that I'm not lying about. These are things that I really feel like, you know, it's what's best for my children. A Christian education. These kids in this world that we live in right now, they need Christian education. They need Christian, godly parents who are going to lead them in the right way, because the world is not. The world is going to be very hateful and greedy, prideful. Don't be prideful. Welcome to June, by the way. But don't be prideful, you know. And we just need to do what God wants us to do as, you know, Christians and godly parents. And So as I'm going through all these things and these struggles in my singleness, just want to share the journey with you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna stay downstairs here for probably another couple hours and continue my decluttering. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.